surveillance camera, you have all the documentation needed, but still, it ended up with like what happened. I'm not really sure what happened to that certain police that he was unable to check all those documentation, like even the cameras. So we'll have this one escalated to my to our team. We'll check for a possible way that we can communicate directly with their field manager about this certain situation. I really wanted to have this one escalated to our escalation team, but they're currently closed. Their operating hours is 8 o'clock until 5 p.m. Central Standard Time during Monday till Friday. But if you want, if you're interested, I'll be setting a convenient callback at least within 1 business day coming from our escalation department.
Okay, great. Meanwhile, I still need my dishwasher fixed, and it's not going to be with LA Appliance. They've screwed me twice now. Like I said, the last time LA Appliance came out, that's your vendor. I don't have a say. I contract with you. I trust you to send competent, fit people who can perform the work. When they came out on the dishwasher, they weren't able to perform the work because he was morbidly obese and couldn't fit in the area. He expected me to move the appliances into the driveway. That was never going to happen. I paid my deductible. You guys never fixed that appliance, and you never reimbursed my money. Like I said, I should have dumped you then. But I gave you the benefit of the doubt because I thought, well, I've invested a lot of money, and God forbid if my central AC unit went out. And so here we are. You and I are still doing business. You send LA Appliance out again. They've already been here in April to diagnose, ordered the parts, alleged the parts were back ordered, even though we're not in the pandemic anymore. Then he came out in early May, and in early May, he couldn't even fix it. I don't know what he did wrong, but the dishwasher didn't get fixed, and additional parts had to be ordered. Then he shows up yesterday. Like I said, I'm fresh out of surgery. I'm laying on the couch. The first guy that came the last 2 times, he was in the kitchen first. Then out of the blue comes another guy who drove up in a van. They're both in the kitchen, standing up, wrapping stuff up. I assumed he was done. I had asked him, hey, pull that dishwasher back out because I want to verify that protective insulation that covers the dishwasher is still on there. I already knew it wasn't. I don't ask questions I don't already know the answers to. And how I know that is because I had a brand new remodel. I had all brand new appliances. Nobody's touched that dishwasher since it was installed brand new. And it had the protective plastic and then like the little, I don't know what the material was called. And it was all intact. When your guy left the last time from working, I saw half of it ripped on my front porch. I saved a piece of it so I could prove what used to be there. I even called LA Appliance when they said that a technician was going to come yesterday, and I told them, don't forget, I'm going to need the protective insulation to go around the dishwasher. Obviously, that's there for a reason. It helps keep the heat inside to help the dishes dry, and it helps protect the cabinets and countertops from warping from the heat. I told her that they were going to need to replace that because it was missing. Your guys refused to pull out the dishwasher again to show me. He copped an attitude and said no, they weren't going to do it. I needed to believe them, or they were going to leave. My disabled significant other was triggered by that comment. Told them he didn't know where their wives were, but that he definitely get ready to get their side of the story straight because we would be filing a complaint. They didn't like that, packed their stuff up, walked out the front door. The guy's halfway down the driveway mumbling something about a phone. And then next thing you know, he comes back 20 minutes later insisting that we have his phone. I didn't have his phone. I don't see a phone. I looked. I didn't see anything. So why would I open my door and allow somebody that had an attitude and refused to do the work to come in and search my home. And then what's he do? Goes and calls the cops and gets an arrest warrant and gets cops to come in. What kind of pull does this guy have? He's all tatted up, smoking out of his vape pen. Is he an off-the-books confidential informant doing law enforcement's bidding? Because I'd like to know what kind of juice he has to get a judge to sign an arrest warrant in the middle of the night over a fucking phone. And excuse my F word, but you know, your worker was out there using the F word in my driveway, so that's kind of paybacks. But at any rate, allegedly the phone was pinging. They had an arrest warrant. They searched. They found it behind the dishwasher. Nobody stole his phone. So he lied. He left that phone here. And maybe he left it intentionally so that he could have something to complain about and be the victim because he knows that he jacked up the job. So that's my story. I'm sticking to that. I hope your call is recorded for quality training and transparency purposes because I'm sitting in a room right now that has audio and video surveillance. So hopefully my system's online and I didn't miss this conversation with my surveillance. So I hope we're all on the same page. I hope I get a call back come Monday, and I hope I get my dishwasher fixed, and I hope that guy is held accountable for doing what he did.
Yeah, again, on behalf of American Home Shield, we apologize for any inconveniences. We'll make sure that we can do something about this certain matter, especially this is really not the service that you deserve for this certain concern. We'll have this one escalated. Keep your line open. Someone from our escalation team will reach out to you within 1 business day.
And are your calls recorded for quality training and transparency purposes?
Yes.
Good.
Every single call that we have here is documented and also recorded for quality purposes.
Excellent. I'm going to ask you to preserve this phone call. It might be needed for future purposes.
Yeah, again, we're really sorry for any inconvenience. We'll make sure that we can back you up about this one. Just keep all the records that you have when it comes to like having that one escalated, like if you want to file a lawsuit about this, if you have all those surveillance cameras available with you, might as well consider that one. Check immediately, reserve it, just to make sure that we can do something about it.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome. And do you have any other questions
No.
that I may help you decide this better?
No.
And also before I let you go, there will be like a quick survey question after this call. And the survey will be for me on how I assisted you today, which is 5 being the highest. So thank you so much again for calling American Home Shield. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.